How did Incans use long knots in Quipu records? Imagine trying to keep track of thousands of items like taxes, population numbers, or resources without a single written word. That's exactly what the Incas did with their Quipu system. Quipus are strings with knots tied at different points, and they served as a kind of ancient calculator and record keeper. Now, some knots are small and tight, but others are long and prominent. These long knots played a special role. They were used to representing larger numbers, like tens, hundreds, or even thousands. For example, a long knot might stand for 100 units, making it easier to count big numbers quickly. The Incas used different types of knots to show different values. A simple overhand knot often meant a multiple of 10, while a figure-8 knot could stand for 1. The position of these knots along the string also mattered a lot. Knots closer to the top might representing smaller numbers, while those farther down could indicate larger values. This system was very precise and allowed them to record complex data efficiently. The long knots were especially useful when recording large quantities. Instead of making dozens of tiny knots, they could tie one long knot to stand for a big number. This made the Quipu easier to read and faster to create. It was a smart way to handle big data like taxes paid, goods collected, or census counts. The Incas also used different colored strings and knots to separate categories, like military, agriculture, or tribute. People called Quipu Kamayuks, who were skilled record keepers, tied and read these knots. They knew exactly what each knot and its position meant. These records were then transported across the empire by runners called chasquis, who carried the quipus to different locations. So, in a way, the long knots were like the Incas' version of big digital numbers, helping them manage their vast empire without written language. It's a clever, visual way of recording information that still amazes many today.